Good afternoon or good evening, everyone. I'm happy and delighted to be here presenting circular economy, which is the topic nowadays world over. And without circular economy, probably where we will go, we don't know. So now it's the apt moment, but I wish there would have been some more audience here because I had made presentation half an hour presentation because circular economy cannot be finished in 15 minutes. So I had made a presentation for at least half an hour. I would try to concise and skip few things, but I'm happy that you are at least dedicated audience for listening for circular economy. Before going ahead, please do not consider this as my time, but I would like to request the organizer who have, I just now happened to see my biodata and from where they have taken, I don't know. I had sent my brief CV, and in that it is written as if I'm applying for a job. For sure, I'm not applying for a job. I was working with the Ministry of Environment and Forest for 28 years. Yeah. And I have given environmental clearance, more than 500 environmental clearances. All rules, whatever you see on the hazardous chemicals and waste, including solid waste management 2016 rules, plastic, e-waste, biomedical, CND, fly ash, all the rules, I being the head of the division that time, I can say I have made because we were quite, I had only one person with me, so we had made and we have done such wonderful work that time, and we had gone all over the country for consulting for those rules. So the work done is tremendous, but it reduces in that note, and I was so flabbergasted that who has given them this brief about me. Anyway, all said and done, how do we go? Yeah. So any one of you can relate what is this picture I'm showing here? Anyone knows? This is the Earth Shoot Day. Anyone knows what is Earth Shoot Day? You must be knowing, Meenakshi. Okay. Anyway, so you see that Earth Shoot Day it's an overall world index that people have set an index that how much natural resources we generate, how much we use, and by the end of the year, how much is left. So you can see from 1971, the red one, which is the used one. So we had so much, and now coming to the August 2023, I have not updated this, but still during the COVID time, it has come little ahead. But now we have reached a level in July. So all the natural resources, we finish by July only. So you can see that how fast we are consuming our natural resources and how much deficit we are creating in the natural resources regeneration. So this is Earth Shoot Day is a very big index that how we are consuming in the world. And this is my favorite slide in all my lectures, that all our environmental problems are associated with our consumption patterns. I hope you all know that this is all environmental problems because of the consumption patterns only. These are some of I think I would skip few things, but the data I would like to highlight here is that our urban population is going to be 50% soon by 2023. Material requirement is increasing exponentially. Waste generation, I am from the waste sector, so waste generation is increasing from 62 million tons to 65 million tons by 2030, and to 450 metric tons by 2050. And we need 66,000 hectares of precious land for accommodating this waste. And government's target of 5 trillion economy by 2025, we can understand that how much waste generation we will be having. And if you all know that in 2015 also UN had World Environment Day theme was resource conservation and efficiency. And the tag was 7 billion people, one planet, use with care. So this is a big challenge all of us are creating. If we do not do anything about it, soon we will be needing, they had only told in their briefing that soon we will be, by 2050, we will be needing 3 planet Earths to accommodate our waste. So these are the UN figures basically. So this is all, I think you all know that what are the various categories of waste and from where there are sources and how they are treated in the ministry. Different rules. We generate 68 million tons of waste, out of which 62 is municipal solid waste, and 15 to 16% is now plastic waste. Biomedical waste, very small, but still, and e-waste we are generating quite a lot now. These are regular features. These pictures are taken by me only, around in somewhere in Noida and Muzaffarnagar and all these. And this is again, we all know that we are living in a mountain city, so nothing to, so we generate plastic waste. We have become the 5th largest generator of plastic waste, and our per capita consumption has doubled over the last 5 years. In electronic waste, we have reached the 3rd largest country from the 5th largest. And we now generate from 200 million metric tons in 2017, we generate now 4.1 million tons annually. So you can understand how gigantic the problem is. And by 2025, the government's target was to manufacture 1 billion phones, 50 million TVs, and 50 million hardware devices. So we can understand that how much electronic waste will be generated. World over, the world is concerned about the electronic waste, and you can see the C7 leaders, their picture was made with the electronic waste only. So the world over, people are disturbed and means what you call, they are concerned about the waste. And other waste, means we keep talking about the plastic waste and e-waste, but there are so many other wastes which are now becoming more and more gigantic than plastic. And this plastic still, because the awareness, this solar waste by 2020, still we do not have any, what you call, the technology to recycle the solar panels, and we generate 1.8 million tons of solar waste by 2050. And it is said that solar waste panels, if you put one after the other, it will take the full circumference of the earth. E-waste, you know, our government has, by 2030, we want to convert to EV completely. So we generate 1 billion used lithium-ion batteries, other batteries. Tire waste, we generate so much, 275,000 tires are discarded every day in our country. Textile waste, again, is a huge, huge problem in our country. 1 million tons of textile waste thrown every year. Auto waste, about 1 million cars are to be scrapped by 2025. And more than 1,200 commercial aircrafts are to be retired in 20 years next. So you can understand how much the problem is gigantic, but at the same time, how much opportunity is there for the people who want to put up the recycling plants. So this is all, again, figures, few figures, which for other waste also. These are normal, what you call, scenario in our country. The solution is, I think, the sustainable waste management, circular economy, urban mining, and eco-restoration. And you all aware that SDG 17 goals, which are, and each SDG goal has the waste management component in that. I have listed here, and just to recapitulate that each one, how the waste has become the gigantic problem. Circular economy and resource efficiency, you all must be knowing what is circular economy. Nothing, everything goes in a loop, goal, circle mein. So somebody's waste is raw material for someone. Somebody's waste is resource for someone. That is the concept of circular economy. We used to earlier have the make, take, make, and dispose of. That was the model, our linear model. Circular model is take, make, and make. There is nothing goes. And we used to, when we joined ministry, we used to say cradle to grave. In our all notes, we used to say cradle to grave analysis. But now there are no graves, only cradle, cradle, cradle. So make, make, make. That is the circular economy, and This is the complete elimination of waste. But more than that, and this is the, you all must be knowing, this is the famous figure of Ellen MacArthur, who had first brought this circular economy concept in the world. And they have very beautifully, this is called the butterfly diagram of them. They have beautifully how it can be reused, recycle, remanufacture, refurbish, all those things they have come in this. So the paradigm, the basic principle of circular economy is waste is wealth. It is not garbage. It is not जो हम लोग पहले कूड़ा बोलते थे. Now this is a wealth. Wealth means resource. Whatever I have on gold coin, people started thinking in the beginning that it's a gold mine, but soon they realized there are bigger factors also. So it is wealth, a resource. Second thing is nothing goes to landfill. It is more and more recycling. So the rules also say zero landfill. This is wishful thinking. Only residual waste will go to the landfill. And you know that waste management hierarchy, landfill is the least given. Incineration is not allowed just like that, but incineration with waste to energy component is allowed. And this is the waste hierarchy in all the rules and regulations in this. So why circular economy? We all know this is, in fact, in India, we had the culture of circular economy. We reuse so much that circular economy, when the world says us that circular economy, I used to tell them कि हम लोगों के तो खून में है circular economy. We have our culture. Means we, बच्चों के कपड़े छोटे हो जाते हैं, we give it to the smaller this thing. So we have, per se, Indians are not wasteful country. So now, but the newer generation is becoming use and throw generation, but otherwise we are not. So these are the various, what you call, the biggest which I would like to highlight is circular economy purpose is reinvent, redesign for environment. That is the crux of the circular economy, that whatever now the producers, they are making, they redesign their product for the environment. Means whatever the product they are making, it should be either recyclable, reusable, all these means product, they are responsible for their own. Various how to achieve, this is quite a big area now. So sharing, downcycling, transform through recycling, renewable and bio-based, these are all recycling models. In fact, this is the best, this is from the UN document, and this gives the regenerate, share, optimize, loop, virtualize, explore, these are all the components of this thing. And there was Ellen MacArthur only conducted one study for our country, and they have given in that by 2030, if we adopt circular economy, we will be benefited by 14 lakh crores, which is 218 billions by 2030 and 40 lakh crores by 2050. And we will be reducing 23% lower GHG ground emissions, and virgin material consumption will reduce by 24%. So this is a study by Ellen MacArthur. He had done in 4 sectors, and I had tried to, but I think I'll skip those. These are the figures given by them for each sector. And mobility and vehicle also, they have given that how much GHG emission is 82% will be less. And FICCI has done a study which says that by urban mining of e-waste, we have 1 billion of value extraction of gold from e-waste. And plastic, 40% of plastic goes to here and there, and 14 lakhs jobs can be created and $2 billion opportunity if we do. And this is whole circular economy is a concept, but how India has really adopted into reality. Means these are all concepts, but really karna kya hai? So I think EPR, I think you must be knowing what is EPR. Anybody knows what is EPR? Yeah, extended producer's responsibility. And the government has introduced circular economy through EPR into all the rules and all the products. So these are some of the, extended producer's responsibility means producers are responsible for their own material till the end of the factory gate, beyond the factory gate, and till the post-consumer, post-consumer waste. was that? Okay. So, and this is again, EPR is again also based on polluter pays principle. You all must be knowing that polluter will pay for their own product. So these are the various modalities of EPR, that buyback, reverse logistics, deposit refund fund, deposit refund scheme. You all must be knowing that all the e-waste manufacturers, electronic fridge, air conditioners, they now take a what do you call fund, they now take a what do you call little bit of fund or the money for keeping for the recycling, which is included in the price. And when you give it back, you are given that. And rule says that they will give with the interest. So whatever money, so all these depository refund scheme, and they have started, and ultimately it is recycling and disposal finally. What are the products which are under EPR schemes? Now we have almost all the products rules for all these except beverage containers. We have only for plastic bottles, but all we have auto, we have the guidelines, but the rules are coming very soon for extended producers responsibility for auto, tires, batteries, oil products, packaging material, paints, fly ash, all these products are now electronic waste, all these products are under EPR. Urban mining, people are going full on urban mining, that all the what do you call the landfills, they are now being mined, and the value from that is taken, and remaining is either used for various purposes. So urban mining is also, these are some of the what do you call regulatory rules which ministry has. It's a big list basically. This slide I have included only to make you understand that how the concept of circular economy has been introduced in the rules. So you can see this is the slide for plastic waste management rules, but you can say EPR targets 25, 70, 100. Means by 2024, all the producers have to collect back 100% of their material which they sent into the environment, plastic waste. And second column is recycling obligation. So each one producer is now by rule is obliged to recycle their own product, own plastic waste. Third column you can say recycled content, which is again they have to by rule they have to include 30, 10, 05, 30, 40, 50, 60% recycled material into their virgin material. So which will reduce the plastic ultimately, virgin plastic. And the last one is reuse. Reuse means they have to reuse their own packaging material. So you must be knowing all shampoos, what do you call, shampoo making companies, they have now started taking the bottles back, and they are packaging the shampoos and detergents in the same bottles. So this is the reuse of their packaging. So this is basically the complete, and same way these targets are given in every waste management for tires, for oils, for electronic waste, all the targets have given. So this is all the circular economy, what do you call, we have introduced in the country. The segregate this, because without segregation, we cannot achieve circular economy. And this is the mantra for waste management. And I keep telling that with great discussion, with great fights with MPs, I had gone in one of the parliamentary committee, and the MPs started fighting with me कि मैडम क्या बात करती हैं, 3 दिन में segregate करेंगे, कौन segregate करेगा? And ultimately we convinced them. So with great difficulty we have introduced this into the rules, that segregation, and because everyone understood that segregation is the key for introducing circular economy. I would skip all these. These are some examples of segregation. And yeah, decentralized treatment again. No. This is again a very, why it is going? How do I go back? No, this is going, excuse me. This is going in further only. Opposite side is not going. Okay, it's going. So these are some examples of decentralized treatment. The rules require that now the, the treatment and processing should be in a decentralized manner, and the bio waste should not be sent to the landfill at all, and the all composting. And Pune, there was a study, Pune, they were sending 10 tons of waste every day to landfill, and by decentralized waste treatment, they have reduced to 2 tons per day. So there's a big saving. So these are some of the, again, sorry for that. So these are some, now the technologies are available. Sorry, bad at it. Yeah, so these are the technologies available for, making compost at home. These are the Khamba. This is a biogas plant in Tihar jail. This is the plant which you can make biogas at home. So these are all very big examples. And formal sector, like collection for everything for to achieve circular economy, collection is the key. And unless we involve informal sector, we cannot achieve circular economy. Some of the examples of circular economy you must be knowing. PET bottles now getting converted into clothes. Our Prime Minister had worn the jersey of made from PET bottles. All the cricketers' uniform is made by PET bottles fiber. Sharing, Ola, Uber, these are again examples of circular economy. Carlsberg started with their bottles, redesigned their bottles and refilling their bottles. Airbnb is a big example of circular economy. And yesterday only I have updated these figures that now they have 7.7 million listed lodges in 222 countries. And Philips designed the LED lights system, which is replaceable. So these are again, circular economy in textiles also have been introduced. Jeans exchange, of the denim, you all must be knowing that they repurpose jeans. You can give your old jeans and take the new one for some discount. And the same way, there is, in few countries, there is a subscription model that for kids, you can take 20 clothes in a definite age group. When the kids outgrow, you can redeposit them and take the new 20 clothes set for the kids. So this is again textile waste, but for that the companies are redesigning and the textiles or the dresses are made which to last longer. And this has reduced textile waste by 70 to 80% by these initiatives. I think this is again a very big example of CND waste, circular economy in CND waste. We dump everywhere, but now CND waste is 100% recyclable. So they made all new things again and repurposed things. So this is HUL. They had put the dispensers in various malls. So you can go take your shampoo, liquid detergent, whatever amount you want, it will dispense. So this is again a big, saving on the packaging. This is again biodegradable packaging started. Flipkart has started, replaced all their plastic packaging with the, Nestle has introduced a scheme that you give 10 wrappers of Maggi, they will give you one Maggi free. So this is again an example of circular economy only. Repair, again, it's a big movement all over the world. People are coming to learn skills to repair in our country. Skill India has now the programs with various countries to make people repair mobiles, TVs, and all these. You must be knowing in other countries they didn't know how to repair. They used to throw. So now they are coming to our country. So, and this is the end, means this is the whole circle of circular economy, which encompasses reuse, recycle, reduce, and in the end, I always say that rethink whatever we are doing, whatever we are consuming, whether we are like kids now, these every next day, they keep changing their gadgets. So I keep telling them also, please rethink whether you really require that gadget. So rethink is the last one. And again, I would end my presentation with 7 billion dreams, one planet, consume with care. And if you know our ministry's logo, this is Prakriti Rakshite Rakshita. Means nature protects if she is protected. We all know nature doesn't need us, we need nature. So that is why we have this logo. So I would request all of you to take care of the nature. And that's all about the circular economy. I think enough of the, examples, and we all need to rethink about the way we consume. Thank you very much for the patient listening. Any questions? Yeah.
Vehicle scrapping policy, what is your view on it? Perfectly good vehicles being sent to the junkyard.
Yeah, even I had quite a reservation about it. And if you know, in the, in the beginning, there was,
Vehicles, see, I am an old man. I get worried.
I know, I have
And,
got your question.
Yeah,
When we were
that
in the ministry,
After 70, I have no right to live.
exactly, I'm coming to that only. When, in the beginning, when the vehicle scrapping policy came, we, from the ministry also opposed for that, that this is not the material circular economy. So it was taken back. If you remember, the initial scrapping policy was taken back. But again, there was so much, and because of the climate change, this move has happened that after 15 years, the vehicles need complete, means either the complete refurbishment and they start emitting more and more, and they are no more fuel efficient. And the materials also deteriorate, so that is why the decision was taken. But even I'm also, I have taken new vehicle just because my old car, and I driven for 15 years. But now, so the reasons, even when there was in such a conference, I had asked Mahindra and Mahindra, they have put a plant, scrapping plant in Rohtak. So I asked this question to them also. Like, what is this? 15 years is nothing. The cars are made so sturdy that they can run. And earlier it used to be कि आप वापस से उसका fitness certificate ले और चलाते रहें. But then he also gave कि नहीं madam, this is a big issue, bigger issue of climate change, and that is why the government has decided. Very big issue. Yeah, I know. Yeah, even I'm feeling the pinch, but at the same time, if you think of environment, probably they become very fuel inefficient.
See, if you keep replacing your vehicle, Mahindra will get more orders. The government will get more revenues, excise duty, all kinds of duties. The vehicle agency will get greater turnover. The state government will get more revenues. So it's more circulation of money.
Sir, we are thinking very lopsided about the money only.
I am really shocked that the environment lobby has really fallen into the hands of...
No, sir. I had shown you the first picture of Earth Shoot Day. More and more new vehicles, if we do not scrap the older recycled material, and there the target is there that they will be using 30% of the recycled material. So they are saving on 30% of the virgin material. So this is completely, we need to understand the full life cycle.
I would have appreciated if you people had said that yes, the vehicle must meet the environmental norms.
But they are there already. Norms are there.
So they
All Bharat 6, now that we have reached Bharat 6,
No,
so Euro
But
6.
No, those vehicles which are being scrapped are still passing the environmental norms.
Yeah. Even I was of that opinion that they can have the fitness
So
certificate
let's
and they
face
can
it,
keep
we
running.
don't-
But
there is no movement like maybe in my youth. Maybe you also heard there was a gentleman called Ralph Nader in the US. So that kind of movement is not there. We are
yeah,
such a-
people are not against it also. There is no movement. Otherwise, there's so much movement. People come on roads if they are against something. So somebody must have, understood the importance of it also.
when you wash this too much,
Yeah.
then you stop thinking.
Yeah.
If you dip it in surf or tide all the time, that material gets eroded, the gray cells.
Any other? Anybody else? Yes, please.
Madam, there were a lot of strict actions taken against the
Thoda,
plastic bags, but it's not gone completely. It's still there. So, what we can do about
Why do you want it to go? Let me understand first.
the plastic that is
Yeah, why do you want it to go?
no, the which is
Sorry?
not recycled. The
Huh?
plastic which is not recycled, it is
Huh.
still there in the. People are still using those bags and everything, which was actually strict actions were taken before. But
No, no,
still
what
we
is your
see-
question? Ki why these are not being banned or
Yes,
banned?
yes.
You know that we have single-use articles banned in July 22.
But
That time also we didn't ban poly bags, carry bags, and we increased the thickness of the bag to 120 microns. We started with 20 microns and we ended at 120 microns. Can you give me a reason why we have increased the, 120 microns thickness?
the thing is, it was all there, but people don't follow it. That is the thing.
No, that is what I'm coming to that only. Ki like ultimately plastic is a wonderful material. What we do with this or we do not do with this, that matters. We people as a जिसको मैं कई बार हमारे मिनिस्टर जयराम रमेश जी कहते the whole country is toilet. And I used to agree कि हाँ कितना गंदगी करते हैं हम, कितना लिटर करते हैं, कितनी लोग खड़े होके कहीं पे भी they pee everywhere, they defecate everywhere. Earlier तो animals used to be on the roads and their poo was everywhere. So it was like a toilet only the whole country. Likewise, we are the biggest littering country in the world. तो लिटर कौन करता है? गवर्नमेंट तो नहीं करती है, वी ओनली डू इट. बैन करना, बैन भी कर दिए, बैन करना इज दैट ए सोल्यूशन? अनलेस वी चेंज आवर सेल्स, अनलेस वी चेंज आवर हैबिट्स, नथिंग इज गोइंग टू चेंज. अभी जो उन्होंने दिन में अभी प्रेजेंटेशन गंगा के लिए किया था कि पीपल थ्रो, behavioral change, it's needed. So this is the biggest thing for the plastic. Otherwise, you know, the plastic was discovered for all these packaging material as an alternative, cheaper alternative. And plastic has now have been intruded in our household so much that we cannot get away with plastic. Plastic is a wonderful material. Only thing is we need to change our habits and we used to use with care. Thank you. Thank you very much.